The second rule digs into the company's finances, specifically its debts. It's called borrowing compliance, or
Oh, it's
exercise.
borrowing. Okay, what's the check here?
This one sets a quantitative limit. It says the total amount the company has borrowed based on usury on interest, basically, whether it's
Yeah.
short-term or long-term debt, that total shouldn't exceed 30% of the company's total share market value.
30%. Now, hold on. Does that imply borrowing with interest is okay as long as it's under 30%? Because that sounds counterintuitive.
That's a really important
Yeah.
clarification. No, it doesn't mean that at all. The source material is very explicit. Borrowing based on riba, on interest, is prohibited regardless of the amount. Full stop.
Okay, glad we cleared that up. So what's the point of the 30% rule then?
It's a tolerance threshold, but not for the act itself. It's measuring the extent of the company's entanglement with interest-based debt. It's quantifying how much of the company's financial structure is, well, reliant on financing methods considered incompatible with Sharia.
Right, it's a measure of contamination, not permission.
Exactly. A way to gauge the level of non-compliant financial leverage.
Okay. What kind of debts specifically fall under this prohibited borrowing category according to your sources?
They list several examples. Debt from conventional banks, obviously, credit facilities, issuing conventional bonds or stocks. And also, interestingly, financial dealings between a holding company and its subsidiary that go beyond the holding company's ownership percentage if interest is involved in those dealings.
That holding company point is quite specific, and this 30% is based on market value, which can jump around a lot. How do the sources say that's handled?
Good question. The standard uses the market value of the company's total outstanding shares. Now, because prices fluctuate, the sources note that some Sharia boards use an average market value maybe over 12, 24, or even 36 months to kind of smooth out the bumps.
Makes sense.
And the standard itself, as described, generally uses the average over the last 12 months for its calculation, but it seems there's flexibility to use longer periods if market conditions are particularly volatile.
Okay, using an average helps stabilize that metric. So rule 1, activity. Rule 2, borrowing. Rule 3? Seems like the flip side of borrowing, maybe.
Get it. Rule 3 is deposits compliance. And yes, it mirrors the borrowing rule in structure.
So it's about assets this time.
Exactly. It states that the total amount the company has placed in deposits or investments that earn interest based on usury, riba again, whether short, medium, or long term, must also not exceed 30% of the total market value of the company's shares.
And I assume the same principle applies here. Earning interest is prohibited regardless, but this is a threshold for the company's overall investment structure.
Precisely.